but the police seems to know what gay looks like. They arrest people every single day for looking like gay, and they can never convict them because they cannot prove it.
The interface by the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee on the scrutiny of the Anti-homosexuality Bill came as teams from Chapter for Uganda and Human Rights Awareness and Promotion urged the committee to abandon the bill in its entirety.
Clause 10, Clause 11, Clause 13, Clause 16, and Clause 17 are all redundant because they are replicating existing law. So now, you have more than half of the bill unconstitutional, and the other half redundant because the existing law provides for it. Rape, defilement laws are all for protection of people, regardless of sexual orientation, against sexual violence. Let us implement these laws. Why can't we implement them? Why do we need more laws if what we're doing is not mob justice against a group of people because we hate them?
And you come here as Chapter 4 and say, no, it is even okay, this adult woman to have a sex with her dog. It is her right. And it is protected under the what? Under the Constitution. After all, she's an adult. And even the dog is also enjoying it. So is that also a community you want us to recognize and protect legally?
If for anything, the civic organizations argue that the enactment of a law should focus more on heterosexuals who the annual police crime report show commit the bulk of sexual offenses.
The issue is enforcement, and the issue is we have a problem of defilement in these cases. Very many young girls are defiled and they go without getting justice. That is a bigger problem that we need to deal with, and we appreciate that Parliament has put in place very good laws. The question again is enforcement.
The organizations contend that the law would deprive individuals of the right to privacy, dignity, and economic well-being. Furthermore, they watered down the bill for providing for a lesser penalty.
The bill proposes repressive provisions. So beyond being retrogressive, there are a number of repressive provisions that unfairly target and restrict individual freedoms of consenting adults in same-sex relations, which basically seeks to legislate to disappear a minority of the part of citizens of this country and to provide for criminal sanctions for victimless crimes.
We want a law to protect our children. And if we're passing a law that basically takes away protection from our children, what does this mean? What are we doing? So if you look at the punishments that are being proposed in the bill, 10 years imprisonment. The penal code for homosexuality provides life imprisonment. And first we are saying 10 years imprisonment. I would be happy about that, but why are we doing this? Why are we putting in place in a law that's retrogressive in terms of protection for our children?
You went ahead and said that the penal code provides, there is a law which provides, it prohibits. You go ahead and detailed it. Then in the other language, you are calling it a community. Like I said, there is a community of rapists. There is a community of thieves. And their rights are rising out of this association of a community of an act that is already specifically prohibited by the law. Do you find that contradictory?
The Bugweri County Member of Parliament, Abdul Katuntu, questioned the civic organizations on whether the police would fail to enforce the law simply because of more laws by the House.
You are talking legislature, please stop legislating. Police is already overburdened. That's the sort of legal argument I'm getting from lawyers. Stop legislating, police is overburdened. I mean, why are we here as Parliament? We cannot stop legislating. We will, and because that's our duty and we are paid exactly to do that.
Katuntu stressed that same-sex marriage is prohibited in the Constitution and the proposed law is meant to offer clarity while consolidating the scattered prohibitive provisions under separate law books.
So the Constitution is never self-implementing, never self-executing. You need to enact a law that implements the provisions of the Constitution. And I thought this was a basic law.
The committee is planned to have its last consultative interface on Saturday, with the bill expected to be tabled back on Tuesday next week. Jackson Onyango, NTV at Parliament.
Something as simple as touching. So why